for the lazy, but for the laziest. Today I'm making with you another version of my risotto with frozen mixed vegetables, which turns out great thanks to a few little tricks, a little touch. So, a little bit of grated lemon, a little anchovy, and another thing I'll tell you about later, it turns out really, really good. Even though this is in fact an even simpler version of the fisherman's risotto made with frozen mixed seafood, which, since it's already cleaned and pre-cooked fish, is already very, very simple. Make this recipe with me and you'll change your mind. Sure, fresh fish can't be beaten, especially if it's cooked well. Let me give you an example. If you cook mussels and then open them, or rather, if you open the mussels and then go to check them, after 10, 12, or 15 minutes, you're eating rubber. So maybe it's better to use a ready-made product. The same goes for clams, for squid, and other fish you need for risotto, especially shrimp or prawns. I'll say it again, make this recipe with me and you'll want to make it from time to time. During the week, maybe on those nights when you're in a hurry, when things are more rushed. Follow this process 15 or 20 minutes and you'll have a nice seafood risotto. Let's get started. So first of all, since the water is boiling, I add salt and start cooking the rice for at least 15-16 minutes. I use carnaroli rice in the meantime. Take it easy since we have almost 20 minutes. I crush and chop some garlic. Then I finely chop some parsley. This will be used at the end, but as usual, for convenience, I chop it now. By the way, I remind you that my 2 cookbooks are only available on Amazon worldwide. Search for Carlo Gaiano and you'll receive them in at most 2 days. Now I put a drizzle of oil in the pan. I add the parsley stems. I put the garlic in. I add little anchovy. On low heat, I brown the garlic and melt the anchovy in the oil. Then I remove the shrimp tails, add the seafood mix, which is almost completely thawed. Keep the heat high and cook it for just about a minute. Just enough time to finish thawing. Then I deglaze with a bit of white wine. I keep it on high heat and let it evaporate. Then after draining the rice, I add it to the fish. Let it dry out and absorb the flavors just a bit. Okay. Now I turn off the heat. Add a few pieces of cold butter so it comes out nice and creamy, and I start stirring it in, always with the heat off. Now I add a little grind of pepper, bit of parsley, a generous grating of lemon zest. Now I give it one last stir. Look how beautiful and creamy it is. And I plate it. Let's see. Oh my, make it, believe me, try it. And let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, I'll say goodbye. And as usual, before I leave you, I want to wish you a good meal.